I guess. But welcome to another episode of Africa's Talk Football TV. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing
All
well.
right.
Yeah, man, it was I feel like it was a tough weekend for all of us. Well, for some of us. Let me not say all of us, on the football end, but again, just want to say thank you again to all of our friends out there who might be supporting us from afar, who might be supporting us within the US. Just want to say thank you again just for tapping in with us, talking about soccer as we do here each week. Um, we actually are getting into like the last third of the Premier League season. Most teams have played 26 matches, and so we got like 12 left, 13 left for some of us. Champions League is underway too. We actually had some Champions League midweek, whereas I want to start today. A lot of interesting matchups. I feel like last week when we made our predictions, I feel like we thought the games would be a little bit more exciting. Um, Tuesday we had Inter beat Atletico 1-0, and then Dortmund with a 1-1 draw against PSV Eindhoven. Um, any big surprises? I I thought these would be high scoring games, especially the Inter Atleti. I know Atleti is more defensive normally, but this Champions League campaign they've been scoring. Griezmann's been on a tear, so I felt like Depay is also playing very well off the bench. So I just felt like they had a strong squad. But Inter currently top of the league
hmm
in Serie A, and they're having a very good campaign here in Champions League. What do y'all think about those Tuesday matches?
Yeah, I definitely was one of the people that got that Atletico Madrid Inter Milan game wrong. I thought it'd be a draw, and then the Atletico would get the win in the second leg. But I think Inter continues to show that they are the currently the best team in Italy. Um, and quietly, they've been having a really good year in Europe and in Italy. And I mean, gotta give credit to them, the manager. They've had like a new manager since they won the last was it Scudetto title. So yeah, man, big ups to them and good for them. And to be honest with you, I hope that they make it through.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean they had Atletico, twerking that whole game. They just couldn't put it away. That's all it was. They couldn't put away their chances, and that's all it was. But yeah, I completely got it wrong. Inter looked like the better side, but I mean, we'll see in the next game.
Yeah. I don't know. I think all these matches were weird. I feel like a lot of teams took 1-0 L's. Um, and we're just gonna have to get it back in blood at home. That's all it is. I feel like Bayern's in the same boat. Atletico is kind of in that boat. We're in that boat. Just got to get it back in blood at home. So I think the second legs of these matches are going to be crazy because all these teams are actually fighting back to
Hmm.
to get through. So it'll be an interesting second leg of
You think
matches for
Dortmund
sure.
makes it out? They're 1-1. They're tied 1-1. So
They're
good
going
game.
home too for the second leg. They'll be at
They're
home.
at
I
home.
don't know. I really don't know. I don't think so.
Dortmund's been very weird this year. With Sancho going back, I feel like they made a few moves in
He
January.
had a terrible game, by the way. I love
He
Sancho, but he
did.
had a terrible game.
Mhm.
He was
Um,
looking like United Sancho, number 25 Sancho, not number 10.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I couldn't. I didn't watch the Dortmund game, so I didn't know I played it.
Shout out Sancho, though, always.
Yeah.
That's my bro.
but
Yeah,
yeah, moving
Dortmund,
on.
I think they're gonna move on. They'll move on. My bad.
No, I was gonna say they should move on.
Yeah.
Being at home, I feel like they're the stronger team, but you never really know with Dortmund. I feel like they're very good at bottling it. So we'll see if they can. We'll see if they can, win this leg and continue to do well in Europe. I mean, Dortmund is always one of those teams that makes it out of the group stages, so it's kind of just let's see how far they go this year type. Um,
The Spurs of Bundesliga.
Correct. That's exactly who they are. That is spot on. And then moving on to our Wednesday matches, we had uh we had a 1-1 draw at Napoli versus Barcelona, and then I'll let Gabriel take this one away. The Porto versus Arsenal match ended up with a 1-0 Porto win. Porto at home. Arsenal now has to win at the Emirates in order to advance, and they need to win by more than 1 goal. So, your thoughts from the match?
Honestly, I couldn't even watch it because I was at work. And when I walked in is when they scored the goal into my house, like getting off. Crazy. Yeah, I don't. From what I've saw, the little that I did see, I mean, everyone just played poorly. It's not even like everyone just stunk it up in Portugal. So I'm just gonna let that game be it, and we're just gonna have to take care of business at home. I mean, we've been great at the Emirates so far this season. I know it'll be a Champions League night. I know it's gonna be loud in there when they come to the Emirates, and those lights are bright down there. They're real bright. So I think we'll get them back at home. Just put that one behind us. I don't think it really just hasn't had too much on our current form. I think our form is good. We just got caught slipping in a city, and it happens. But that's why there's a reverse fixture, and we'll probably just get it done in the reverse fixture. Just gotta do it then. And I think that would be a kickstart because we play City not too long after that. So just kind of kickstart a little run. I mean, we're on a run right now. We're playing well, but put that game aside of us, man, and just keep pushing forward, man. We'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. And we're getting our players back, man. So
I was gonna say you got to shout out Galeno for the banger. I mean, it was well.
Yeah, for sure. No, it was a short banger. I personally think David Raya could have done a little bit better. It looked like he jumped a little early for me. Like, I don't know, the dive looked weird. But I mean, I'm not gonna put it on him. That was a great shot, great finish. Shout out him. But yeah, man. I mean, not fluke goal, but what are you gonna do type of goal. And I wish we would have left 0-0. If we would have left 0-0, I would feel a lot better. But I think we have a goal in us. I think Saka will have a goal in him. We'll be all right.
Oh, yeah. He's always scoring nowadays.
I wanted to ask you about Porto because I mean this team has seen success, in getting out of the group stages in recent years. I mean, even going back to when Chelsea was fighting them in 2021, the year that we won our Champions League campaign, we had to see them in the quarterfinals, and they were a tough matchup for us. We ended up edging them out, but Porto is one of those teams that's fighting, and now that they are up, they can sit back. Do you really see any issues going into the second leg with being able to get a goal? Because defensively they're sound. I know you're getting players back. Do you think that gives you the edge to beat Porto?
I mean, I don't. It doesn't matter if they sit. I think we can beat teams a lot of different ways. I mean, we can beat you with set pieces. We can beat you in open play, wing play, crosses. Like I'm not really too worried about like a low block with Porto. We play against a low block already a lot this season with other teams. We've done pretty well, and even if we only do score 1 goal, it's going to overtime, and I still give us the edge in overtime. So, yeah, no, I don't see us having a problem scoring at home. I think our current, run of games recently in the Prem has kind of proved that we can score. So I think we'll score goals. I think we'll be all right. We just can't concede. We'll be all right.
Fair enough. Moving on to our squads because there were some interesting. It was an interesting week. I feel like it was a very, very weird week. Start off in the Prem. We'll start with the United match that was very exciting. Very, very exciting. You see Fulham go up 1-0, and then in the last hour, it seems Harry Maguire with an 89th minute equalizer. It seems all was well. And then, just about 10 minutes later, that same Harry Maguire is getting torched. And literally, I mean, it's clear. He got torched. The ball's played over to Iwobi, and Iwobi just with a perfect finish to, end the match. tough loss, 2-1. Salam was like, were you able to watch the match?
No, I did not. I had my own game.
Okay. Yeah,
I won.
Congrats to the squad.
Thank you. I think before I start, I just
brother, what's that?
you know, this team is so embarrassing. you know, like only we're the only team that could be 6 wins in a row. And then just completely like throw it away the way we did. I said this a few episodes ago. I remember when when Jose was here. It was we went to the Etihad and we came back and won 3-2 on the day that City could have potentially won the title there against us at the Etihad. Came back and was able to put it in a performance like that. Just when you think we've turned a corner, that following week we lost to a West Brom team that was relegated that season. This is who we are at the core. Until like I said last week, we changed some of the people that have been here. To be very honest with you, I didn't think that we deserved to win, especially how the second half went. When Maguire got the goal, to be very honest with you, in previous games, I was like, you know what? I think we could get a winner here. I know there was only like a few minutes. I mean, probably 10 to 15 minutes left at that point when he had scored. But I didn't feel confident watching the game back and just seeing how it was going that we would get the goal. A lot of people are giving Maguire, grief that he should have taken out. Who was that? The guy running through, was that Adama in the back? That he should have, taken the red card and sacrificed himself, had been, being sent off, just to kind of send off just to kind of I guess, diffuse the situation at that moment and
stop the attack.
Stop the attack and commit that foul there. But he was already on a yellow card, and to be honest with you, I don't think he could have caught him. So I don't think that it really mattered. You know what I'm saying? Looking back, I mean, everything happened really quickly. I remember actually Ole Gunnar Solskjaer actually did that for us one time when we were about to this was years back, but he saved us from not letting the league title slip away from us and got sent off. We finished that game with a draw. But yeah, man, tough loss. Nothing Maguire could have done there. I said a few weeks ago, I was looking forward to, Lissandro coming back, Casemiro coming back, even Luke Shaw coming back. And here I am 3 weeks later, and all three of those players are out again. So it's gonna be tough for us, man. I said last week, I think our lack of depth is really what's gonna hurt us. I've been saying that for a few years now, but I think this year more than ever. Even the backup to the backup, left back is gone. Lindelof got hurt too. So now I'm just like, man, we had Reguilon here, but we couldn't afford to keep him because of the poor decisions we made in the past. So it's going to be really tough for us. I know last week, and it's crazy because I said this just last week. I was like, we're back in the mix for top 4. Now,
football moves fast.
Football moves very fast. Sandro's out. Casemiro's out. And not only is Casemiro out, but to be very honest with you, I feel like he's checked out as well too. I think that there's a clear disconnection between some of the senior players and the manager. On the flip side to that, there's also some players that, to be very honest with you, at this point, you have to question the manager by choosing to play them consistently.
Name them. Who?
Bruno Fernandes.
It's your captain, though.
My captain. My captain.
My captain.
There's no way you sit your captain.
No, he's
He is terrible. He is terrible. I mean, come on. And people say, like, oh, well, he gives in the effort and all this nonsense. This guy can't keep a ball to save his life. He doesn't. I have a U15 player, center mid, that could probably hold the ball better than he can. Like, he doesn't help us. And it's like you complain at the ref, you like the whole game. It's not like you're, like a basketball, like you're not LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Calling for the foul. Like, give me the foul. You're like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And like, did y'all see the video of like when he fell, like at the top of the 18, he got fouled or whatever. He fell and then kind of sat there for a second and then just like whinged.
Yeah.
And then like he got back
Y'all
up.
still
and
had
he
the
was
ball
kinda
too,
like,
yeah.
Yo, like let me get the ball. And I'm just kind of like, you've been inconsistent for a while. And then lastly, I mean, I don't know what else to say about this guy, but the guy that played up top for us, at this point, I don't even want to say his name. I just, Black History Month.
Marcus.
Nah, bro.
Trash five.
No, don't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair. You can't do that.
No, it is Black History Month.
It has to be Marcus. Though. It has to be Marcus. It's not what it is. Marcus, like, nah, bro.
You're crazy.
Nah.
You're crazy.
That's funny.
Yo, you not.
That's funny. Marcus. Yeah. He is not Marcus. Nah.
Yo, that's
I think he's been poor for a while. And at this point, there's really nothing you can do about it because we don't really have anybody else there to play him. To replace him and play in his position. But I just think the manager's in trouble, man. The manager's in big trouble. There's a disconnect between the team and some of these players. He's very loyal to inconsistent players, which is going to get him sacked. And I don't see how he doesn't see that. Like, how do you see the performances that they're putting up and still continue to play them? It's like you bought Anthony for what, 80, whatever, what you bought him for, and you're playing. No disrespect to Forsen, the academy guy. So like, shout out to him for getting a debut, another academy kid. But it's like, you can't play over this kid. Like, what is going on? And I don't know. He brings in players, doesn't play them. We brought in Amrabat. We haven't even seen Amrabat. You bring in Eriksson, the guy who turned the ball over and for the goal. It's like this guy can't even. Eriksson is not like, bro. We can't.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, man? And it's just like, I try and support this guy. He like his decisions like really make it like really hard for me to support his decisions and him because at this point it's like, man, if you continue down this route, these players are going to get you sacked. And like, as a fan, what I'm afraid of is we're going to sack the manager, a new guy's going to come in, we have to wait another year for him to assess the squad, right? We have to assess the squad, so we have to watch this again. He's going to have to bring his players in, and then at some point these players are going to quit like they always do. Like, I don't see it, I don't see.
Do you think he's the guy to turn it around though? Because you have to do you see the light at the end of the tunnel? Because I mean, it's hard when you're in the tunnel. I was there.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think he can. I want to. I really want to think he can, and I believe he can in terms of like the ability of him. I just believe in him and his ability, his coaching. I've seen what he's done with like no disrespect to Ajax, but like a team like that, for you to be going toe to toe with Real Madrid and Juventus. I know it was a while ago, but again, like, I don't know. I think that there's something there, and I think that he can do it. What I know for a fact is that some of these players aren't good enough to play here, and they've been here for a while. And you wonder why we have been in the situation we've been in the past 4 years because of these players. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lock of the week was not
not a lock. That's for sure. Not a lock. I was honestly, we're switching between like Villa and your match Saturday. I don't know. It always seemed like a trap game to me. It always just seemed like a trap game. You guys have been doing too well. You needed,
But you have to admit. But look at the people that we have out though. Casemiro out now. We're back to square one. So like second half, when Casemiro, when I heard that he was coming off, it was like, oh well, this is the same team that like
2 weeks ago.
I don't know, Gabriel. I don't think he's. I don't expect I don't know. Like
he's not in the plans this year.
I said it last year. Every time I see him, he's on the elliptical. I'm sorry, not the elliptical. The stationary
bike. The bike.
He's always on the stationary bike. So I'm just kind of like, like I think long term the idea with him is hopefully moving Bruno out and putting him in there. At least Mason Mount will keep the ball. Now, I mean, better than him. I don't know. And the fact that even Mason Mount is our 10 and, that's the direction we're going kind of makes me question again, like this manager, like what's the end product? You know what I'm saying? No Erasmus this week, so we didn't get, the work rate that we get up top for him. Not that we create that many chances for him anyway, but I mean, Marcus Rashford, you can't ask him to run. So I mean, it's hard to press when the person's supposed to initiate that can't be asked to jog.
$350 a week, man. Come on, man. We jogging out here.
We need a better person than him.
I mean, I honestly think you guys can get around not having certain players, but it's clear without Rasmus, you have no bite. I mean, you guys scored, but even the goal that, it was off a set piece, and Harry Maguire was opening the back post there, but after the ball was jumbling around, but you guys clearly have no bite without Rasmus, and you don't have enough people willing to work hard, behind him just in general. So when you don't have him, just like you said, he works hard. His work rate is phenomenal, and he can clearly score goals. So when you're missing a player like that, it's going to be tough to win games. I mean, I feel like even with, Casemiro not being there, you still have some midfielders that can do a job. I understand that.
Who? McToms.
Bro, I know you don't want to say it, but I know you don't want to say, but McTominay, if you plug him there, he can do a role. I'm not going to say he's going to give you a 7 out of 10.
No. He only does. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
I'm just saying, like, he can do a role. It might not be what you want him to do, but there are worse players that could play. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
he's the worst.
Sure, if you want to say that. I'm just saying your team, though, you're right. The way you guys are constructed is going to be very, very tough for you to win games, especially with the injuries you have. But I think Rasmus is clearly the guy that you need to be on the pitch as much as possible. He's the guy.
I agree. I just think McTominay is an impact player. I don't. He's better coming off the bench in those moments. That's where he gets his goals. I
agree
with him.
I mean, in a perfect world, he wouldn't be starting, but it's not a perfect world. So that's a guy that I wouldn't necessarily like bank on him to win you a game, but I don't think he's going to be the reason you lose one.
All right. What do you think about Forsen?
I think he's good, but I don't think he's ready for the first team right now. I think that he needs to continue what he's doing now. Maybe go out on loan next year. I think that that's a realistic target. Go out on loan, get some consistent minutes, and we'll see from there. But I like him. I've watched him a lot in the past 2 years because like he's really started to like blossom and kind of take the lead on like the academy team. But yeah, man, the youngsters are the only thing that keep me optimistic about this team, this club. It's just the youngsters. Everybody else, like, bro, my favorite players are Kobe, Garnacho, Rasmus, even this guy. You should see some of his like academy highlights. He's good.
Yeah, no,
he's good.
Of course, yeah, he looked comfortable out there though. He didn't look. I mean, I'm just saying on the ball, looked confident on the ball. He wanted to get on the ball and stuff.
He's not better than Ahmad though. That's another one. Like, why can't
Yeah.
Ahmad?
How do you feel about his playing time?
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. It's embarrassing. Like, bro, he came on and he actually gave us a little bit of like,
spark.
like a little spark, and like, but I don't get like this manager's decisions, man. Like, it's just like you take 3 steps forward, you take 5 steps back. It's very hard for me to see the long-term project with some of the decisions that you make and some of the people that you brought in. You can't even play your $80 million winger today for an academy. Is he that much better than him? I don't know. Like, that's so crazy. Like, why did we bring in Mason Mount? We should have brought in so many other players. Like, it's just, I don't know. Why did we bring in Amrabat? For why did we do that? Why did we not keep Sergio Reguilon? I don't know.
That was the biggest
head scratcher
issue. I mean, yeah.
And then you look at like what Bissaka is out. I was like, oh, maybe Martial's out. Mason Mount out.
What is Martial out with?
Martial is I don't know. I still like Martial, but he's just not available. He's just
finished. He's finished.
Not applicable. Not applicable.
I want to ask you about Shaw, because he's another guy that can't stay on the pitch, bro.
He can't stay on the field too, bro. And like this is the case for Shaw signed for Van Gaal in 2013. We're in 2014, guys. It's been 11 years.
2024.
He's one of the
most. Time to move on.
It's one of the most senior players at Manchester United. Luke Shaw is, and it's just kind of like
probably is the most senior player.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Like we don't seem to learn. We just don't seem to learn, man. And yeah, man. It would be nice if our senior players could step up, but unfortunately, I just feel like we're at a level where our senior players are just not good enough. And the only thing that's very optimistic about the team right now is the youth. So hopefully Sir Jim Ratcliffe is watching and he gets rid of all these guys.
Not all of them.
That's a good place to end it there. I don't know. You like I said, I feel like without Rasmus, you guys are gonna have a tough time scoring goals, and that top 4 push that you were hoping for may not be in the cards, to be honest.
It was never in the cards.
Right.
It was.
Nah, I said push.
We're gonna get into you guys. Pause.
No, we get it.
Let's because you guys said, "Oh, this is our trophy." We're going.
You know what I don't understand? That everybody, all these millions of people watched this game, and the narrative being ran is just so funny to me.
What's the narrative?
The $1 billion bottle, bro.
$1 billion bottle drop.
And I mean, to be honest, I really don't have much to say. We just didn't, like Cornelia said, we weren't clinical. I mean,
you guys created so many chances. It's crazy.
Connor Kappa Sig Gallagher. God, my goodness. Bro, if I tell you that after that game, I like almost won. The rest of the night, I didn't really talk like that. Cause I'm just like, bro. And then, bro, this is my tier of who I'm holding responsible for this game. Conor Gallagher's 1. There's no way you get 3 chances like 1, bro. 3 chances? At least 2 should have gone in. 2 should have gone in. At least 2. The one that hit the post. Come on, you can't guide it better than that. I get it, but
that was a little. That's not even the one I'm looking at. Out of all the ones, all the chances,
the last chance you got, 1-on-1,
1v1,
bro. Take a left step. You've beaten him. 1 left step, and you're done. 1 left step, because he was already on his knees. So if you kick it further, he's already down.
Shout out Solo, man.
And he decides to go this way. And are you kidding me? Second is Pochettino. Mr. Tottenham. Oh, we thought playing for the PK was the best choice for the team. Are you dumb?
Thank you.
Ah,
That's the
this is
loser
a
mentality
final.
I never wanted in the first place.
And you are taking out Jackson. You are taking out all these guys that Chilwell, all these guys that should be in the game. Who are you? You're playing 120. Are you come on? Chilwell can't play 120. Jackson can't play 120. How old are these guys? How old are these guys?
True.
You're telling me these guys can't go the distance? Come on, man. It's ridiculous. So you saw that club put in these young guys. So I'm gonna hold back and we're just gonna take it into no. You go out and finish the game. Right at the end of the regular time, when we missed that last chance, I knew we were losing the game. I just knew we were losing the game. It was there for us to take, and we didn't. It was there for us to take, and we didn't. And kudos to Liverpool, and big shout out to their keeper. I mean, 10 out of 10 performance. Some of these saves don't even make sense.
Klopp said that they have the best keeper in the world and the second best backup. And
doesn't make sense, but I mean, it's just unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable for you to think that going for the PKs was the best option. I get it. You have to strategize as a coach. But when the game is there for you to take, going into extra time, we were on their ass. We were going at them. All you do coming in, continue to do that. But no, he didn't do that. And I'm not pep out because we gotta be realistic. We are like 15 games away from the season being over or something like that.
Patch out, yeah.
I'm not punch out. It's ridiculous. Like at the end of the season, yeah, we can talk about it, but like now, let's get the season over with. Like let's see what we can get. But I'm not punch out. It's ridiculous. But do I think he's the guy that's gonna take us there? No, he's not the guy.
This is exactly why I didn't want Poch in the first place. Mike, I mean, you said everything I wanted to say. Just weren't clinical enough. I say this every week. We stink. We stink in and around the box. We don't know how to score.
Cornelius, let me cut you off a little bit. 5 created big chances to Liverpool's 1. 5. You can't get 1 goal out of that 5? My goodness.
It's honestly it's mind-boggling, bro. It's and it's also mind-boggling when you sit and you see the chances that were, because I would agree with you, Mike. I feel like, we both got goals called back. Mm-hmm. The entire match, in regulation, I would say the first 60, 70 minutes was back and forth, back and forth. We maybe had the upper hand, but it was truly a back and forth match. You couldn't really say either team was going to win for sure.
Yeah.
But starting around 80 minutes, all the way up until we made that sub for Chalobah, we, both halves, I think we had the upper hand. I think we were playing a little bit better than them. We're passing the ball around. We were getting the more clear-cut chances. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad that you said you blame Poch and, for going for the draw and then just PKs. Because why are you bringing on Chalobah, who hasn't played all year?
Yeah.
Why are you taking off the players that are actually helping us? And as much as I've been on, Poch, the Sterling substitute, I think Sterling needed to come off early. I wasn't
absolutely.
mad at that.
I agree with that.
I'm actually glad that he made that. But you're bringing on Mudryk when, he hasn't played all year. He hasn't done anything for us all year. You have Madueke, who's actually been scoring for us. You have other players on the bench that have shown that they could put. It's just tough, dog. Like, because we played so well, I would have taken the PK's loss if it got there. But to lose right after that substitute and the way that we lost off of, it's just like, it's the loser mentality that I didn't want, and that's why I never wanted Pochettino. He's still, it's still that remnants of Tottenham. We haven't been the Chelsea that we used to be. We're clearly not a powerhouse anymore. We're not top 4. We're a mid-table. We're a mid-table club. It's clear. We got to call a spade a spade. We are a mid-table club. But when you asked me a few weeks ago what would look like success for me, winning a final would look like success for me. It shows that we're stepping in the right direction. This was a step in the wrong direction because from the top down, it just shows that we're still a small-minded boy club. Ever since Todd Bowley has taken over, we're a boy club now. Teams don't look at us like men. There's no fear when they come to Stamford Bridge.
Nope.
Yeah, we've had, at home this year, we started to do a little bit better than the previous 2 years, but we are not that team anymore. And Pochettino being the leader of the ship, you have to, this is a final. This isn't a 2-leg thing. You have to go for it.
Exactly.
You have to throw everything at the, throw the kitchen sink, as they say in football. Throw every play, go do what you have to do to win. It doesn't have to be pretty.
Bro,
it just has to win.
Look at what he did, right? He took off a natural lefty from the left side and then put a tired right back on the left side. Bro, 10 out of 10 performance for Malo Gusto. 10 out of 10 performance. I didn't think anybody could keep Diaz that quiet, but he did a pretty good job. He did a very decent job on Diaz.
Reece
James, bro, we're forgetting about this guy as the day goes. But my goodness, some of the substitutions just did. What are you bringing Modric on in a game like this to do?
He doesn't hold the ball well.
The one game, Jackson was actually doing something.
He played well. He played well.
Literally the one game, I was actually like, okay, Jackson is actually, he was running circles around Konate. Nobody wants to talk about that, though. He was running circles around Konate, but everybody's quiet about that. Konate got taken off because he was struggling. Let's not forget that. But that's a different story.
He was struggling.
Why did you take off Jackson and bring on Modric? What is Modric going to do for us in this situation? You said it. Madueke has actually done something. You don't bring him on, and then who do you take? Who does he end up taking off for him? He took off somebody else.
I can't remember.
I'll tell you.
Palmer? Did he take off Palmer? I think he took off Palmer, right? He took off Palmer for Madueke, if I'm not mistaken. Did Palmer play?
No, it was Gallagher. It was Gallagher.
He took off Gallagher. Gallagher should have been the first sub off. Literally the first sub off.
After those misses.
You take him off.
And this has been a team where, and this has been a year where, and this is the thing, man. And this is why it's so tough to be online and look at social media and all this stuff, because Chelsea fans love Conor Gallagher. And don't get me wrong, I always love an academy youth. I'm always going to root for my boys. But at the end of the day, the quality has to be there. I get that he was captain for a little bit. They love his workhorse mentality. But the quality has to be there.
Wait.
And the quality is just not there.
Do you think
the quality is not there?
Is it all on him? I just feel like
I'm not blaming it all on Conor Gallagher. But when you look at the chances that he had and that he squandered, it's very, very tough not to look at him and say, "Hey, bro, you don't have the blame, but hey, bro, like put one of these away." First half, second half, extra time.
One of us will put that away. At least one of those away. The tap in that hit the post.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, dog.
I'm with you. I just think like this is a guy. He just scored. Like in all, you guys have like a lot of problems, and I feel like in spite of like, he's the one that I feel like is giving like 100% though. Like that's all the time.
But that doesn't win trophies. Like the boys gave everything FC. Like it's good on paper. Hey. Yeah, it's good on paper, but what are we here for, bro? Are we here to have fun and try hard, or are we actually here to win stuff?
No.
This is my point.
When we first started this pod, though, you used to get mad at players for giving. I don't care about effort. The effort should already be there.
I know. Crazy. I'm not going against that. What I'm saying is I just, to Solo's point, it's like, what about all these other guys? Like, I just feel like we're not talking about like some of the like.
We're not talking about like Solo's question. Read Solo's question.
Wait, why
No
is
one's-
Conor Gallagher asked to score?
No one.
Nobody's asking him to score.
Thank
But
you.
He has to
the
score. He has
position
to
he's
score.
put
The
in.
flow of the game.
Center attacking mid.
Yeah, like let's
You
not,
know who
let's
should
not,
be playing
let's
there?
not play coy and act
Enzo
like
should
he's a
be playing
defensive
there.
Okay,
midfielder.
wait. Why?
He's the
Why?
second most.
Mhm.
He's the second highest up the pitch for us. He's
Yeah.
allowed to free roam. He's allowed to create. He's allowed to be right behind the striker.
Okay.
The flow of the game dictated what happened in the game, bro. It's
The
not like
ball
we're.
fell
It's
to
not
him.
like. It's not like we're giving him the ball and asking him to score. He is in positions where he can score. Even the
Mhm.
last chance he got, the ball gets played over to Jackson. Jackson is fighting with Konate. Perfect 1v1 battle. What happens? The ball gets in the box. Jackson loses it, but he
Okay.
holds the balls up and lays it off for Gallagher, who's sprinting at 1,000 miles an hour. And what
Where-
does he do? He knocks it over the ball. It's not even on frame. Like those, and it's not like we're asking him to score, but the game has now dictated that you're in the prime position to score.
Exactly.
So please do something.
Okay,
You know what I'm
hold on.
saying? Like I'm
Where-
not here for that.
Where?
I'm not here for that. You're a professional player.
Where's Nkuku? Is he
Horrible
in the
performance.
position-
Why isn't he
Horrible
playing? 'Cause I
performance.
feel like if he was
Yeah,
playing,
But this is my theory though.
And Kuku
Look at
came
the
on the
subs.
pitch at 60 minutes. He
Look
came
at
on
the
for
subs he
Sterling.
made though. Look at the subs he made. He took off guys that he's usually played with and kind of have built a little bit of chemistry. Bro, that's why we're saying the subs just didn't make any fucking sense. He just took random people off and put random people in. That's what it feels like. How many times have Nkuku and Modric played together? Not very many. All you can count it on your finger, like on your hand. It's not that many.
And
I don't even want to talk about this.
and specifically
just-
with Nkuku, I think we're trying to bring him back very slowly. He hasn't played more than 60 minutes yet. And I think it's because he's probably still at 85-90% because
I'm just saying, like,
he has tweaks
I mean,
here and
then
there.
why is he even playing? I don't understand that.
I-
Like,
I'm just
Jack,
speculating.
it wasn't
I'm
good.
speculating. I don't know this to be true. This is just what I'm speculating. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is Nkuku hasn't played more than 60 minutes since he's come back. And for whatever reason, whether they're taking it slow with him because they don't
They're
want to
taking it
re-aggravate
slow,
anything, that's okay, that's fine. But just like Mike said, the substitutions that you're making aren't meshing on the pitch, and it seems like you're just trying to throw in a whole bunch of speedsters at to hopefully try to get something on a counterattack when we are actually taking the game to Liverpool. We're controlling the match. This is going back and forth. This isn't one of those counterattacking type matches. And for me to sit at home and see that, and for Pochettino to not be able to make those adjustments on the fly, it's just very frustrating when I'm looking at a team that has a lot of potential. Clearly, we're in a final, but it's just not there yet. And it's from the top down. Like I said, I don't put the full blame on Conor Gallagher or on the players or any of those missed chances, but at the end of the day, you have to be accountable. You got to score when you're in the positions to score. And you have to manage when the game calls for managing. That's just what it is, bro. Like we're not here to pat you on the back for every loss. That's not what this is. You get paid millions of dollars to go out there and potentially win games. So go out there and win games. That's all we're asking you to do. And if not, put us in the best position to win these games. That's not what he showed us. That's not what he showed us.
I just felt like some players gave us some good performances, and it just went to it. Like our keeper, our keeper was excellent. Like there were some saves he made. I was like, wow, he doesn't save that. It's a goal, and just wasted. Another performance wasted. Malo Gusto, another performance wasted. Caicedo started off shaky, but he picked it up. Enzo kind of declined as the game went on. Like started off well and then completely got missing. He got tired. And the guys he took off just pisses me off. Like you're telling me Chukwuemeka couldn't have came on from for Conor Gallagher, but you bring in Madueke for Conor Gallagher, and it's not even I don't know. It's not even the same position.
I know, like for like.
Yeah, I feel you. It's not even the same.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And for you to bring on a guy like Mudryk, who hasn't been able to give us anything in a final, man,
It's head scratching stuff.
You talk about Liverpool real quick. I mean, you got to give them credit for the way that they were able to pull that out. I mean, with the kids. I mean,
this is why you need captains, real captains on your team.
I agree.
The captain took it into his hands.
Yeah.
And put off the effort to make sure they get the win, and they did 2 times. 2 times.
Yeah.
One counted 2 times. He did what he could. Who's our captain? You're taking our captain off. I mean, it's just like I don't get it. Like I really don't.
It doesn't make sense, bro.
I wouldn't either.
Head scratching. I mean, I know it was offsides or whatever, but I'm not sure
our captain
Jackson
can
was
play
offside.
120. Our captain can play 120. Bro, I didn't really think Jackson was really that.
I
offside.
didn't think Jackson was
offside.
offside. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I'm not really here to
Jackson
argue with VAR.
or was it Sterling? I thought
They
Jackson.
called it on Jackson. They said his run was on the run.
Yeah.
It's a little controversial, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. I just would like to see a little bit more consistency with our team, and I would also just like to see Poch be a better manager when it calls for it.
Take
because
control.
It would be a difference if he was a young manager, but at this point in his career, bro, with what you've done at Tottenham, you've been to a final there. Whether you've been at PSG, you won there. Now you're in another final. Like you should be used to this now. There shouldn't be that much pressure. You've already gotten your trophy with PSG. Tottenham, you went to Champions League final, so you've been on the biggest stages. This, you should be used to this by this point.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about it. But
shout out Watari Endo too.
Yeah,
he had a good game. He's grown.
He's grown.
He's a good player, man.
He's grown.
I think he's a good player.
Yeah,
for cheap too. I think like they got him
15 mil.
Okay. Yeah, they got a good, decent,
I think he's being overhyped a little bit, but I think overall he's a good player. Like he's really being overhyped. Y'all been acting like he hasn't played all season. All of a sudden, everybody's seeing him.
No, he's been solid though. Like, he's been asked to come in. Like now going forward, like he's starting there.
Oh yeah,
it's just a matter of a matter of who's on the other two sides. Like
to me, their keeper was the game of the player of the game.
Kelleher, yeah,
bro. Bro, the last sequence we had at the end of the game where we hit the post and he saved it like twice. I'm like, we have to be cursed. 6 finals at Wembley we've lost. 6 domestic finals
in a row.
We've lost
in a row.
I'm like, we have to be cursed.
3 to
when that didn't go in, I was like, yeah, we're not winning this game. There's no way.
Yeah, man, it's tough. There has to be a winner and a loser, but I feel it's just like the way we lost. The way we lost it's just a little tough sometimes, but Arsenal
builds character.
It does. It builds character, but it could also be very crushing, and that's why I'm scared because these kids are young, bro. They're very impressionable, and it's hard to bounce back from a loss like this. And I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know what that looks like for this team. It's not like we have a whole bunch of players that have been something like this before. These are a whole bunch of young guys. I don't know what their mental's like. You know what I'm saying? This isn't 10, 15 years ago. They ain't built the same. These guys get on social media and see somebody saying that they had a shit game and now their head's gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. I hopefully, that's why your manager is supposed to be able to manage. So we'll see how he does. But
question, do you think so? Liverpool got 1 trophy this year. Do you think they can get another one?
Europa. I think Europa is theirs if they really want it.
Yeah. I mean,
this is
place now 2 in the Prem. So I mean,
and we count it as a treble.
Treble to man,
yeah, it would be.
What a send off!
It would be.
It's not the Champions League, but it's still a European trophy.
Mm-hmm.
If it was the Conference League, I would be like, well, all right, come on now.
This is half. This counts as half. This is half a trophy.
Yeah, like come on now. We don't want to do that.
Nah, man. But yeah, hey, but shout out. You're not wrong, man. Shout out Liverpool.
Yeah.
I do respect their team and what they were able to do. They also had a lot of injuries. I mean, they had 3 teenagers out there, so it's not like we can say anything. They all played very, very well. And shout out to that young kid. Forgot his first name, but Dan's.
Damn.
on
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah, he was trying to
Shout out.
score.
Yeah, no,
I was like,
that
calm
boy,
yourself,
that
man.
boy got some. No, that boy got some, and he's also Liverpool legacy. They were saying that his dad, his grandfather, and his uncle all played for Liverpool. So
Wow.
that's dope for him. You
So
know,
he's
that,
gonna
like,
be good. He's
yeah,
he's
no,
gonna be good.
that's straight Liverpool legacy, and that's super dope. So kudos to Liverpool for getting the
Wow.
win, and
Dance.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was like, show some respect, dog. Damn.
You just
Shooting
got it.
already? I was like, you saw there was one he shot that Petrovic
Yeah.
actually had to save it.
he had to save it.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
hey,
I was
yo,
like,
relax.
is this Oscar Bob? Like,
Yeah.
who is this?
Yeah. No, it made me think that, like, yeah, when I saw him, it made me think of Oscar Bob, and I was like, wow, this is the new generation of like people.
Yo, shout out to Klopp for
Yeah.
a ballsy move. When he was bringing on these young guys, I was like, man,
He said this is his favorite trophy of the year of his career.
yeah.
He
I
just
can
saying
see
stuff for the
why.
documentary, man. I'm not hearing that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing that at all.
People be
These niggas
done
straight
just
dropping
talking,
the
anything,
ball,
bro.
man.
They just be
Yeah.
talking. I'm not hearing that, bro. Come on, what? Stop it. The league after you lost by 1 point, and then this is your favorite trophy. Get out of here. I'm not hearing that.
He
I'm
won the
not
league
hearing that.
and the Champions League.
And the Champions League, bro.
Mhm.
and
I'm
an
not
FA
hearing
Cup.
none of
You're
that.
telling me the Carabao Cup? Well, he's already won the Carabao. He's a 2-time Carabao Cup
Yeah.
winner.
Yeah, he won.
Wow.
He beat us last time too.
Don't tell yes, sir. 2-time.
I leave him out of this.
Speaking of,
But yeah, man, let's switch gears to Arsenal before they got me talking about Caicedo even more. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that guy, but yeah, man, Arsenal, they just keep marching on for real, and they need to. I think now after this 4-1 win, they are leading the league in goal differential. I think they had like 40 or 39, like plus 30, plus 4, plus 39, something like that, and they're honestly getting it right at the right time. I mean, that Champions League loss was tough for them, but I think as far as the league is considered, they're running right at the right time. Big matches coming up, obviously, with City lurking right around the corner here at the end of March. But as far as the Newcastle match, what were your thoughts? I know you said last week that you guys were going to handle them, and you guys did.
Yeah, I just think this Newcastle team was scared from the jump. We kind of had them on the ropes from minute one, and just kind of just took over from there. I mean, I think it was just complete and dominant performance from everyone. Yeah, there's really not too much for me to speak on, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, it was just a great performance. Good that guys are continuing to score. Kai Havertz scored, right? It was the last goal I think he scored. Yeah. No, he scored the second goal. Kai Havertz once again back on the score sheet. And that I love the lineup too. He played in the 9 role, so he could go to that Botman and share. We had somebody to hold the ball up a little bit. So yeah, no. I think what we want to do is is showing in our play. And we're starting to impose our will on teams and kind of show people what the standard should be like, and what our standard will be when you play us. And this is kind of who we are when you play us. And if you can figure out a way to beat us, good luck. So yeah, no, I'm happy about the performance. Good bounce back game after Porto. I'm happy that it didn't, mess up their heads for the Premier League, because I mean it's always tough when we're like the last team to play. We see Liverpool win, we see City win, and the pressure mounts, and you have to go get a result. So, just happy to get a result, and just hopefully just keep getting results. It's a 3-leg race, and this is one of the most exciting title race runs we've had in a while. I can't remember the last time we've actually had a good race one like this. So, I just hope we can take points off of. I feel like the league will be decided like on kind of this month. In a sense, I feel like we all play each other. Liverpool, City, and Arsenal all play each other. We already play Liverpool, but I feel like we play City one more time. Liverpool plays City. It'll all kind of be not decided, but it could be large implications over the next month or so. So, I'm just looking forward to the ride, man, and just hoping that we continue to take care of business.
Do you? How do you like Kiwior?
Listen, I love it. I love having a defender defend. So, I mean, at this point, we're pretty much playing like City. We're playing 4 center backs because Ben White was a center back for a time as well. So, yeah, no, we're pretty much just playing with 4 center backs, which is completely fine for me. We have another big body, on set pieces, which has been a big advantage for us this year. And yeah, no, he's been playing well. We're not asking him to do too much. We're not asking him to invert or doing. We don't need you to do any of that. We just need you to play left back and defend. All we need from you, and he's great at doing that. He's just doing his job. So, like your viewer, honestly, whatever we have to do to minimize goals. I mean, we have one of the best. We have the least goals conceded against this year. Excuse me, I think we only conceded 23 goals. So, yeah, no. And a lot of those goals are, singular mistakes that came from the left-hand side. If we're being completely honest, out of those 23 goals, I wonder how many came from the left side. I guarantee you it's probably half of them.
Zinni.
Yeah, no, I love Kiwior. Love what he's doing. He's putting a good shift of matches for us, and he's holding down the fort until, Tomiyasu comes back as well. So, yeah, I'm liking exactly where we're at. Where I think all of our guys are getting healthy at the right time too. Tomiyasu is going to be back soon. Hopefully, Partey can come back soon. Jesus is on the bench. So yeah, I think we'll right when we need to really pick up form and right when we need to really be playing our best football and have all of our guys. I feel like that's kind of happening now. So I feel good, man. I know we're in 3rd place, but I feel good. This is very much a race, and we have a horse in it. So.
Yeah, I asked because I wasn't able to watch the match, but I watched the highlights, and I mean, he had a lot of highlights. Players were going at him, and I feel like he defended well. He was able to get the goal in the end, and it just seems like the team really likes him as you can tell when there are those players on the pitch that the team like gravitates around. When he scored his goal, you saw everybody over there tapping him on the head, smiling. Like you could tell they were very, very happy for him to get his goal. And so
Yeah.
I was just.
Yeah, I think it just comes. Well, I feel like there's a lot of talk about him leaving, going to AC Milan. There was big links there for some time, but I think that just speaks to our team. Our team is very much like a family, and I feel like when. I mean, all right. We have a dog called Win. Like, what do you mean? You could take the dog home. Like, what do you mean? But yeah, I feel like our team is the type of team where when guys haven't had the moment to shine, or they've been linked here or there, and they finally get a goal or whatever, the team shows them love, and that's probably what they did. I don't remember the last time Kiwior scored for us. I think it was his first Prem goal, if I'm being completely honest. So.
I'm not gonna hate. I do admire you guys do have like a camaraderie about you guys. That's
who named the dog Win?
Arteta corny ass.
Is this one of Arteta's?
Corny, bro.
Yeah,
for sure.
I swear we have a black vibe name. And
you guys had him last year, and then you know what happened.
No, we had relax.
No, he was there last year. I remember.
Oh, I know. Relax.
I saw the picture again, right?
I know. Relax.
Team picture.
Relax.
Wow, we made it this far. Quickly though, what are your thoughts on Newcastle right now and currently where they're headed? Because going into this season, we thought, well, some thought, not me, some thought, they were potentially top 4, contenders.
They got hit with a bad entry play, man. Fortunately, team isn't deep enough.
It's good for us, Chelsea. If we win, we move past them. Right now,
we're about to take Dan Ashworth too. So, Newcastle's down bad right now. And the crazy thing is like, Dan Ashworth has been working on the summer already, so we're just taking all their stuff. That's crazy. Oh, I can't wait until the summer. I'm telling you, this season is your guys'. Next year is my year. I'm tanking.
You've been saying
yes.
this every year.
I'm
since I
tanking.
met
I'm
you.
tanking.
Since I've met
year.
you, bruh. Every year. Next year, you are next year FC.
Bro.
No, God.
You guys know summertime's my favorite time. It's always the unknown. It's always the unknown. You know, right before preseason. Because when the preseason comes in, reality starts to set in, and these guys are gonna come to the States, which is nice. So I'm definitely gonna be at one of these games live. But yeah.
Jared Bowen, what do you guys think, man?
Hat trick.
Hero.
Come on, man. You already know
cooking.
about my boy JB. Come on.
You know what was crazy is I looked at their lineup today and I was like, they really don't have like a recognized striker. Like, where are they gonna get their goals from?
Yeah, Mikel Antonio.
Sure enough, I mean, yeah,
Pretty sure Bowen has
he
14
scored
goals on the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, scored hat trick today. Kudus with 2 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Kudus looked good today too. Really.
He's so good, man. He's another one. It's like now he's gonna go for 80 million. For no reason. 90 million for no reason. You could have had him. What did he go to West Ham for?
45.
45
mil.
We paid
Chelsea thought that was too much money for Kudus. That's crazy.
Yo, we went to Ajax and looked at Anthony and looked at Kudus and said, "Hey, we want to spend 80 on the guy who spins around."
Fidget spinner.
Fidget spinner, man. Such a trend. Oh my god.
Where are you guys playing in FA Cup, Salam?
Oh, we played Nottingham Forest.
Where's the game at?
I feel like we're always playing Nottingham Forest. You know, it's just
they love playing you guys.
Yeah, man. I think the game's at Old Trafford. It's away. It's at Forest. To be honest with you, I think we make it through. I think we make it through. I don't know how. I just think in the cup competitions, man, it's just about one game, and I think that we've showed that we're inconsistent. We're consistently inconsistent, and because of that, I think our best shot at any success are in these competitions. So, in spite of all the people we were missing, I see us getting through.
He doesn't even believe that.
It's a long route to say we make it through.
Oh, man.
I think we will.
Don't sound real confident, but I'll take you at your word, my boy.
Who do you play in the Prem on the weekend?
Oh man, on the Prem,
they have City, right?
Yeah,
City, bro.
Yeah, this is why I kind of stretched this out. So
clearly.
Let me just say this. I'll get into it. I think this game is going to be very difficult for us. Thank God I have. Oh no, I'll be able to watch it. I actually have a game at 8:00. It'll be over at 10, and the game starts at 10:30. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. I think without Luke Shaw, Casemiro, and Lissandro, this game is going to be difficult. To be very honest with you, I think it could be 4 or 5. I think it's going to be bad.
Wow.
It's going to be bad. No, I concede. Like I said earlier, we're tanking this year. I'm tanking this year.
City struggled to score goals, though. Right?
No, not against us, Mike. No, no, Mike. Against us, it's different.
Onana's going to be doing his thing.
You know who we have back there?
100.
I really don't know. And here's the thing. I'm not even trying to be funny. I really don't know who's going to play left back. And this is what scared me. He put Anthony in, and guess where he went?
Left back?
Left back. I was like, yo, man. Yeah, I was like, this is officially like this is concerning now. Now
That's crazy. You know, at that point, Anthony's moving back. He's moving backwards. You know how wingers usually get, or you know how left backs or wingers usually get, you get moved forward. Anthony's getting reverted. You're not a winger.
You're not helping us.
He's inverting for sure. He's definitely inverting. I mean, it was like less than 30 seconds, but nonetheless, like that's where he went. So yeah, man. I think the game against City is going to be difficult. I think, to be honest with you, they'll win. It's just a matter of how much. I think we have absolutely no shot with all the people that we have out. This is going to be very tough for us.
Rasmus is not back?
No, he's out. He's gone. So he's going to be out. Luke Shaw's out. Casemiro's out. Lindelof's out. Martial's out. Isaka's out. Everybody's out. I wouldn't be surprised if Marcus Rashford goes down. You know what I'm saying? Says
Bruno.
I can't see it today. No, not today. You know what I'm saying? Groin, 2nd minute. I can see it.
We see Sheffield United away next Monday, the last game of the week. 5-0, 6-0, 7-0.
It's like everybody's gonna eat that game.
Man. I need everybody to get a goal. Maybe a soccer hat trick. Who knows? Back a hat trick. But yeah, 6-0, 7-0. Gabriel header too. I should start betting Gabriel anytime goal scorer. It didn't work in this.
Oh man, we have Leeds in FA Cup at home.
It's a trap game. I don't know why I feel so weird about it.
Yeah, coming off of a loss like that, I mean, we'll need this game to bounce back. So
I'd argue Leeds has more experienced players than you guys do.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's actually kind of true. Chelsea Football Club.
For real though. Bro, the state of Chelsea right now is honestly
crazy.
That's gonna be so slow.
It's disrespectful.
But yeah, I think we get Leeds and then Brentford. I don't know.
All right, you guys getting the shout outs?
Shout out Paulo Dybala, hat trick over the weekend. Roma 1-3-2.
Yeah.
I really don't think I have a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Gusto, man. Every game, I feel like he's impressing me as the games go by. And Reece James, watch out.
I said this when Reece James first got hurt. I was like, yo, Gusto is playing well.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't supposed to be here, bro. He was supposed to be the backup.
Y'all better off selling Reece James.
I'm honestly, I'm at that point where I don't know if he can be good for us.
I'm looking at him as an addition, just like if we have him, it's nice.
A luxury item, as you
exactly.
Only every once in a while, you know.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Anyways,
I don't have any shout out. You have any shout outs, Gabriel?
No shout outs for me.
Yeah, me either, man. Let's say shout out the equipment manager, man. Manchester United's equipment manager, you know, the most consistent person in the locker room. But appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always,